So this is a quick video on how to create a pinch pot bird. Look at this little cutie. He's so cute. Okay, so the way we created this is simply by beginning with a pinch pot. Now I have already created a video on how to create a good even walled pinch pot. Now though this rim is not the best, if I were just leaving it as a regular pinch pot, I am not. I'm actually going to make it into a bird. So it is not important that my rim is neat and finished. So I have my pinch pot, and what you're going to do is take and close it up. You're going to just kind of pinch it together, and I kind of call it like a zipper. I like to slide my clay over so that it consistently, it integrates both sides so they become one piece of clay. It is not necessary to score and slip, though you can if you want to. I just don't find it as necessary. So once you put them together, you have to determine based on the shape which one will be the head of your bird and which one will be the tail. It really doesn't matter. So I decided that this side is going to be my tail. So I'm just going to keep zippering it closed. And depending on how much clay or how thick your pinch pot is will determine how long you could make the tail of your bird. Now, mind you, there's some other tools that you can use to get this consistent, but if your clay is soft enough, you should just be able to integrate it to get it so that it's not too lumpy and that it comes together, okay? So the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this next ball of clay. This is gonna be the head of my bird, and all you're gonna do, I don't want the head too big, so I'm gonna make it pretty small. And all you're gonna do is make another little pinch pot. You're gonna make a tiny little pinch pot. And if you remember from the pinch pot video, the only thing that you can put inside of your pinch pot is your thumb. Not your fingers, just your thumb. So it looks like a little helmet, but this is gonna be the head of my bird, okay? So I noticed that it doesn't really fit here, so I'm gonna close up part of the neck of my bird. You see that? Okay. Sorry if you missed any of it. There are several reasons why you want to keep this opening. The first is if you need to stick your finger in there, if you've somehow crushed the belly. So you've got a nice belly on my bird. If you crush the belly of your bird, you can put your finger in there and kind of belly it out again. It is also, once you put your pinch pot on there, it allows you to have airflow into the head, so when it's time for it to dry, it will dry pretty consistently. So you're basically going to take that little pinch pot and you're going to stick it right on the opening, and you're going to use your fingers and just start integrating it. All you're doing is moving the clay from where the head was onto the neck. Just integrate it, okay? And the spaces where you integrate ends up being what the neck will look like. And of course you can go on and on smoothing this out. Not really necessary for you to do it at this stage. You're just trying to construct the bird. Once you have it constructed, then you can go back with tools and make it smoother or do other designs on it. So now I have my bird, and I've decided that this is going to be the bottom, so I'm going to tap it on the table so that it will stand up on its own. I also decided that I'm going to tilt the tail up just a little. I think I prefer the tail to be tilted. Okay, I'm going to tap it on the table, and this little guy's head, so I'm going to pinch. To make the beak, you really just pinch. That's all I did. Just pinch on it. Pinch it. And you don't want it too thin. You don't want the beak too thin, because when it dries out and it's in the greenware stage, before it's fired, it's extremely fragile. And I've had students where the beak will fall off because they made it too thin. Okay? So here's the basic shape of my bird. Ain't it cute? Okay, so the next stage is actually for you to cut them open. So you're going to take a knife or something, and wherever you just tapped it, to make the little guy stand up correctly, you're going to take a knife and you're going to cut it open. This will allow airflow. This will allow airflow to go into the bird for it to dry. And remember, the head should not be a solid piece of clay. The head should be hollow. So when the air goes in here, there should be an open area here that you can see inside once you open it to let airflow go in there. Okay, so once you're done with your bird, remember you're gonna open it up and cut it open. You're not pressing it in, you're opening it, and you gotta make a pretty big hole so air can flow in there. And then you're gonna put your initials and period number on the bottom, either on his butt or on his chest, okay? And then clean this area up so it looks neat, okay? And then there will be your bird.